Hello, everybody.
Howdy, Ross.
Hello.
Hey, hi, good morning.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everyone around the world. Hope everyone's having a great week. We're gonna get started here in a few seconds. Gonna post the itinerary to the chat. We're going to be reviewing some of the latest updates, going over some of the agency strategies that we have been posting about, and then we'll go into our general Q&A session at the end. So if you guys have any questions, please feel free to put that in the chat, and then we'll get to that at the end of the call here.
I just wanted to say I'm new since 2 weeks and I'm really, really happy that I joined the club. Usually I'm Bosnian living in Germany and it's amazing. You do an amazing job. It's a wonderful product. And yes, I'm
Oh,
proud that I joined the
oh, thank
family.
you very much. Appreciate that. Glad
Yeah.
you're glad you could join us today.
And
Love
also
the
hi to all
podcast.
other people. Nice to meet you.
Fantastic. Cool. So I'll share my screen here quickly. All right. So of course, we'll start out with some of the latest fixes and updates that we've been doing. We've been working really hard on improving all of the features that you guys have been really helping us test out and improve with the different use cases, languages, all that different stuff. So keep it coming. Not a lot of new stuff this week, just more revisions and updates based off of the certain edge cases that have been popping up, but we're getting most of everything resolved within a couple days and still looking ahead to some of the new features that we're working on that will be very exciting to come out at the beginning of the year, like voice and vision and some other things like that. You can always see these changelog updates at roadmap.stammer.ai. And for those of us that are newer, you can also go to the roadmap or the this board here, and you can add and upvote different items that you'd like to see for features on the platform. We try to get that updated as often as we can. Now, quickly, wanted to touch base on some things that me and a couple of the agencies have been working on. In some of these things might be familiar. There's entire videos that I've posted about each of these, but one of the most consistent themes from these tutorials has been email marketing. And especially with this one that we went over last week of how do we create content and generate new customers is this big piece in the middle. And a lot of people had questions about, okay, well, it's great that you're telling us to do email marketing, but like what type of email should we actually send? Which is a very good question. So now we have this email template flow that you can use that will help guide you and your AI of choice to help write emails for your agency. So the idea here is you can use this template and paste this into Claude or ChatGPT or whatever, provide information about your agency and your specific offer, the way that you're going to be selling these AI bots or agents to your clients, and then work through the different sections here to create the different upsells or flows based off of the advice that's given in this tutorial. So this, along with all of these other mind maps and tutorials, are all going to be available for free inside the school community, which is free. So you can join that, and then we'll constantly be posting that to this Miro mind map. And I'm going to post this in the chat. And then I'm also going to post that in the Discord later for everybody else. But you can go in here and essentially copy and paste this into your own account, or you could just screenshot this and put this into ChatGPT. But this is a really good way to kind of structure or get an idea of the different types of emails and when you could be sending those depending on your offer and whatever it may be. One of the things that I like to do quite often is I'll funnel hack other creators or other businesses or even competitors to just try to see kind of how they're engaging with their customers. And a lot of that has helped influence the way that we at Stammer do our email marketing and outbound. That's also a good, if you see an agency or a company that is successful in your niche, you can utilize what they're doing and add your own spin to it. So that's I don't want to spend too much time on that because this will be customized to pretty much everybody in a different way, but worth mentioning. So that's in the chat there, and you guys can get all that stuff for free. Cool. All right. All right. So then for everyone that just joined, just went over some quick information updates you can read more about on roadmap.stammer.ai, and you can utilize templates and guides to generate your own email flows for your agency. Because a lot of people were asking about, how do I do this email marketing piece? You can you can use something like ChatGPT or Claude, and paste this in and have it write some emails for you. So that way you can paste them into your CRM or however you're sending out your emails. That being said, one of the things that we've added in the last week, but like in the last month or so, that more and more people have started to utilize is the notifications when a certain user signs up or you get a new subscriber. The different flows that you can set this up with, where if a new user signs up, you can send that information to a webhook URL. A lot of agencies are using things like Go High Level or Zapier or Make.com or HubSpot, whatever it may be. Paste in the webhook URL from either any of those platforms and be able to send that data outbound from your version of Stammer AI. This is how you're going to be able to set up these email flows in the first place. That way, everything is automated based off of what people are doing on your version of the platform. And you can do that but you could also do that for your white label accounts, things like that. Drew, any questions or any things that you've heard in the last week that you'd like to mention?
Nothing that comes to mind immediately off the top of my head.
Or any questions or anything?
No, unfortunately, I am drawing a blank here.
I guess that's not a bad thing.
Let's see.
So I guess that being said, if anybody has any questions, we'll go into our general QA session here. So you can either speak up or put I have a question in the chat or write the question in the chat, whatever works best for you guys. Tim asks, would it be possible to have an onboarding video in the sub account dashboards? So would this be a video that you're filming and then it's seen by your users on how to do the onboarding process?
Yeah, exactly that. So it's like
Okay.
if they open an account, what we're finding is that lots of people are taking up the free account offer. Sometimes they create a bot, sometimes they don't, and I think they're getting stuck there. There's nothing there in the platform to say this is what you do next. So if we're not being too active on the email flow and that onboarding process, I'd like to have it such that they can start that process, even if it's just a short intro, and we direct them to the docs on the left hand side, with like the custom links we could use there.
Okay. Do you have a vision of where that might be positioned from the user's point of view?
Almost there's like a pop-up,
Yeah.
there's it's absolutely the first thing they see. They can close it or they can watch it, and they'll probably only maybe have an option as don't show this again, maybe, but at least then they have that first time view. But then down that left hand side there, we could also have watch a series of videos for onboarding here.
Exactly. So that was going to be the first thing I mentioned. So like we have the custom menu links right now that could add in a link to your video or onboarding video right here. We're going to be eventually updating the dashboard section to be having customized dashboard cards as we're referring to them right now. So if you think of the sections as individual cards or these things as cards up here, we'll be able to, as agencies, customize this dashboard to have analytics. It could be a call to action. It could be an upsell link. It could be kind of anything, however you'd want to customize it, really. And one of those sections, in theory, could be an embedded YouTube video or a Loom video or something like that could be watched and then exited out or removed. The idea behind this is we're trying to also increase the amount of people that become further engaged within the platform on their own through product tours, onboarding videos, and things like that. So we're trying to do it also with gamification in mind, because I think that's a really good way to get people to take action. And because we have the concepts of wallets, we can provide value in terms of wallet dollar value for completing watching an onboarding video or completing a product tour, things like that. So that will be a good addition. So we'll make a note of that, Tim. Thanks for that suggestion. Amir, any questions that you have, or any, just as a new face, anything that you'd like to bring up? Are you an existing agency?
Mm, Actually, I'm pretty new. I at first I will say I try my best with my English language
Oh,
because I speak already two other languages. English like the third language. I told Drew the same thing. Maybe he laughed in background. And actually, I have a good knowledge in artificial intelligence. At the moment, I'm doing I study for an online marketing manager, but have more than 10, 50 years in sales. But I can't do the sales job because I was driving too lot, sleeping in hotels. I wasn't with my family, so I decided to find an opportunity to work from home or remote. However, it's a pretty amazing stuff. I think the timing with artificial intelligence, chatbot, automatization, productivity, the time is like perfect for that. It's pretty how to say, early for everything of us to take the advantage from have it. And what make me a bit problem is when I do my base prompt and I do my knowledge base and I try to train better response, and actually he give me a response, I type in what I wanted to get from him or what I will, and it still doesn't change anything. If you want, I can share my screen, or how could I solve that problem when I train the chatbot in the chat window, and I say, okay, don't answer like this, try this, and actually after I don't see anything happened.
Got it. So when you're using that feature that says train or better response, and so for everyone that's watching, when you're testing out your AI chatbot for the first time, or when you're making revisions to it, inside the admin dashboard, you can train a better response. That information should show up in the QA section of the knowledge base. Has it
Okay.
shown up there?
I don't know. I everything I can do is maybe share my screen, so you if that is okay to see.
Gotcha. Yeah,
I
sure.
make the okay. Just give me a second. So, do you see the screen?
Yeah.
Okay. Like what address are you at? Just an example here. Example. I want to change anything. Usually I should go here and then do the corrections. Am I right?
Correct. Yeah.
And often I do it like here in this window. When I ask the question again, he give me the same answer, and that is confusing me a bit.
Is it
Should I? Okay.
is it the same? Is it the correct address? Is the address wrong, or is it like the other information that you're not wanting it to
Uh,
speak?
I just use it for example address, but I think the mostly what makes me problem is when I change a bit of my base prompt. The problem is that some things there were good. The base prompt in background changes also the bad and the good stuff. And some things I fix and they are great, but behind my back also the prompt changed some things there which were good, and I see them just later. So I try to make a different tactic. So I'm trying to set up my base prompt not so big. I have it JSON, and I tried to build here in the knowledge base, like website, the QA, question answer, and because I have 2 or 3 potential clients in the next few days, I think that's already good, but I just want to take advantage and to do my best. Like,
Yeah, of
and I
course.
just wanted, what do you suggest me to first do my knowledge base as good I can with question answer, and then try to make it like here to try get better response?
Yeah, so I'll send you a couple links, and then if you haven't already, open up a support ticket and I'll send you a link if you haven't done that yet. because we'll need to basically just go into your account and we'll help revise your prompt for you so that way it's more accurate to what the AI agent will be able to understand. And then I also noticed that in your QA, it doesn't look like that information was trained. So we'll just need to make sure that that info is trained.
Okay.
And then
I think I know the checks aren't set like I saw them also now, but the one of the potential clients is a really big agency, marketing agency. They do amazing stuff, and what I'm trying to get with them, that's actually that agency where I do my online marketing, uh, and for my online marketing manager, and I try to make a deal with them that I built a free chatbot for them, and in the future they get me clients that we make a 50-50 because they can it much higher pricing as I do. I can sell it for 1 or 2K and they can sell it for 3, 4, 5K because they are big. They are 25 years on the market, etc. But thank you very much also for the order. Thank you for your patience with my English. And
no,
I'm just
you're
new.
good.
I'm trying my best. I'm really I don't know. It's an amazing thing. It's fun. It can bring you money. It's action. It's everything like a tool playing and earning money later. I don't know. It's really
Yeah,
great.
no, that's a good way to describe it. Yeah. Paul, I see your comments as well. We'll double check on this to see if there's any issues on our end. I just pinged the team, and they're looking into it right now. So we'll have updates on that shortly. And then
And
for everyone else, I just added in the Stammer support link that has all of our support information on that one page, documentation, YouTube, Discord, everything. And so if you need a support ticket, you can do that via that link there. Amir, the reason why we need to do that is in order just to get all the right and correct information for your account. So once we can do
okay,
that, we'll be able to
it
resolve
would
that.
be amazing because especially at the start, because I can save a lot of time and just go the faster way, not the slowly way,
Yeah.
slow way. However,
And you're not alone. A lot of the agencies that we've helped out with, once we help them get their first bot or their first client stable, then they're very much more easily to able to clone it, replicate it into the next client and the next client and the next client. So we'll help you get situated and then you should be able to take it from there, no problem.
I think also just model it later and just the niche difference here, fine tuning, like doing, and that's everything.
Exactly. The other interesting thing that I will mention that I'm still in the testing process for, because this is something that we've talked about for a long time, which is how do we use AI to generate our base system prompts within the context of the platform. And all of the documentation and tutorials from OpenAI, Claude, uh, Llama, Facebook's Meta Llama, and even now, they all use generally the same structure and output, which is why I've started to use Claude more and more to help write the base system. Now, what's interesting is Claude just came out with a new thing within their dashboard that allows it to, you type in, hey, I need a prompt for a AI agent for this artificial turf company. And it will then write out a prompt with examples following the same documentation that is in our documentation that I just shared as the first link. But this is one of those kind of updates from the companies themselves that is saying, hey, we can write this prompt for you. And then you can use that either as the base or the template to then modify further as you see fit. So check that out. Like you said, it's another fun, kind of that fun thing to play around with to help you make progress there.
I just can say I stopped playing PS5 and and all the gaming PC. That's the biggest and the funniest game I have, and it's really amazing to just imagine what possibilities are given to playing with it, to
Yep.
help people. You can help people on so many ways with
Definitely.
it, on money, a
Yeah.
good cash flow.
That's
Thank
the
you
best
very
part.
much. I'm really happy, and in the future I will improve also my English, my chatbots with you. You are like my online family, and thank you very much
There you
once
go.
again.
You're welcome. Right on. Any other questions that anybody has?
Just to go back to your point there, Ross, on the prompting. So we've been working on prompting for quite some time, as you know. We've now tried to distill it down into a really simple thing to remember. And so we call it craft. So our like formula is called craft.
Okay.
So what we do first is we give it a context. So if we think about this in terms of the base system prompt, so we give the AI bot the context of what we want it to do. We tell it what its role is, or the things that we want to make it do. We give it its attributes, which is the A, facts and figures, so like examples and notations and what it, how we want it to refer to information, and then the target outcome. And we've found that this now, having like a consistent formula to do these, we can use this with any LLM now. So I'm just going to share, if it's all right with you, I'm just going to share in the chat I did a LinkedIn article about this.
Oh, fantastic.
And it's like, it goes quite deep into how it can be improved and things that you can do with it. So if there's anything, if anybody wants to reach out and have a chat to me about this and see it in action within our interface, our platform, I'll be happy to do that as well.
That'd be great. Yeah, thank you. That's really good. I like that a lot. Craft.
Craft, yeah. Because we're crafting prompts all the time, aren't we?
Yep.
So there you go, in the chat.
Right on. Been getting good ones from LinkedIn lately?
Yeah, we've had a few good inquiries. In fact, I had a guy I did a demo to last week who's now gone away and thought about what we were talking about on that call, and he's come back with 3 other use cases that he wants to talk to me about tomorrow. So that's
there you go.
Quite nice. Yeah. So
did you actually trademark it?
As people start to get into it, always they get that aha moment, and once we know we can do something with it, it's like what comes next, which is cool.
Did you actually trademark it, Craft?
I'm working on it now. Yeah. I
nice. Okay, sweet. I mean, the shiny object in my head was like, oh, Craft AI, make it a thing.
I think this is the thing as well. Because we're all about trying to build up our IP and build this into instructions that we can have for clients, and if we can do it for clients, and we can do it for multiple clients and roll that out as well. So this is just like a part of that whole program.
That's awesome. That's a really good resource. Would you mind if I link to your article and some of our documentation?
Yeah, that would be great. Yeah.
Right on. Well, yeah, that's for everyone watching. That's definitely a really, really good tip. Definitely take a look at this article. I'm just kind of like scrolling through it. There's really good examples and information in here. Awesome. Any other questions as we wrap up here? As a heads up, we will be having we will not be having a office hours next week. It's Thanksgiving week for us Americans, so we will be skipping next week, but then we'll be back for the next following 2 weeks, I believe, and then we'll have our Christmas break / New Year's break. But then we'll be hitting the ground rolling at the beginning of the new year with some fantastic new features. So excited to get those out for you guys.
Right, Ross, you told like 2025 will be like audio possibility to interact with chatbots and something else, because that is also amazing. You can just then make the conversation faster. You don't need to type anything. You can like talk.
Exactly.
It's amazing.
Yeah. We've been working on our voice and AI phone call solution for the last few months. One of the things that we are so focused on is ensuring that the white label ability of that feature is so solid when we release it. So things like making sure billing is done correctly at the different sub-account levels, and making sure all the APIs are correct for how people are going to want to integrate this within their businesses. We've been doing a lot of initial seed testing with businesses directly on how to build out the platform. So that way, not only the agencies, all of us, are going to be familiar with how it looks and feels to build these AI voice agents, but it will be easier for the end customers as well, if they so choose, because we're actually developing alongside the business owners themselves right now, which is really cool. This is how we built out the initial MVP of Stammer back in March of 2023 when we worked with a lot of our close agency friends. If you guys are interested in kind of joining that group, send me a DM or an email or something in Discord, and we can get you added to that, because we're always looking for more beta testers and get good feedback from agencies that know what they're doing. So on that note, I think we'll wrap it up for this week. Thanks everybody for joining, and we'll see you guys in 2 weeks.
Thank you. Looking
Awesome.
forward.
Thanks,
Cheers,
guys.
thanks.
Take care.
Thank
Bye.
you very much. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Have a good